Hey, welcome to a new video. The term SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, and refers to a website where users can post science fiction and horror stories. The SCP Foundation contains creatures, each with a unique number and a file full of information, all of these being originated in the world of fiction. After watching this video, you might start to doubt that. Today we'll show you 15 of the scariest SCP creatures that have been captured on camera. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Number 15. SCP-049, better known as the Plague Doctor, is a terrifying entity with a sinister appearance, reminiscent of medieval doctors from the Black Death era. But don't be deceived by the historical reference, as this creature harbors powers beyond any human capacity. In this video, SCP-049 was captured on camera walking the streets on a dark night. The true horror of this being lies not only in its appearance. It possesses the chilling ability to take life with nothing more than a simple touch, after which it subjects the deceased to a bizarre and unnatural operation. Unfortunately, little is known about this video, but the fact that someone managed to capture it on camera in real life makes you wonder if it's not just fiction. What makes the creature even more terrifying is its unpredictability and obsessive drive to cure, often leading to an unexpected outburst of violence. In captivity, SCP-049 is subjected to strict restrictions due to its dangerous nature. Interaction with it's minimal, always under highly controlled conditions, to prevent the nightmare it carries from spreading further. The purpose of the Plague Doctor in this specific video is quite unclear, but what would you do if you encountered him in real life? Let me know in the comments. Number 14. SCP-096, better known as the Shy Guy, is not really shy, as its nickname suggests. The entity is anything but shy when it comes to unleashing unspeakable terror. A YouTuber decided to visit a spooky graveyard at 3 a.m. and reportedly encountered SCP-096 there. Many people say that you should never look at this creature's face, not even accidentally. If you do, the silent figure transforms into a frenzy of violence, determined to hunt you down and destroy whoever saw it. As this YouTuber was about to leave the graveyard, he saw a creepy creature in his car window. He initially didn't notice it, but when he reviewed the video footage, he was terrified. What also makes SCP-096 so frightening is that nothing can stop it. Its ability to find its prey is unmatched, and its strength is superhuman. It's the embodiment of an unstoppable force, a living nightmare that cannot be captured or viewed. Even a glimpse of its face can lead to a chain reaction of destruction. While some people claim the creature in the video was the Shy Guy, others say it could possibly be the Rake. However, the Rake is a creature that became popular through internet stories and creepypastas. Described as a pale, thin creature with long claws and glowing eyes, it's said to stalk and terrorize those it encounters. If you ever find yourself in a graveyard and feel watched, walk away. Some legends are all too real, and curiosity could be your last mistake. Number 13. Imagine a slide. Not just any slide, but one that takes you on a journey beyond the boundaries of our reality. This is SCP-1562, known as the Slide. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary playground slide, but appearances are quite deceiving. This slide harbors secrets that bring our deepest fears to the surface. When fearless souls decide to slide down SCP-1562, the laws of time and space begin to blur. The descent is not a simple slide, but a portal to a labyrinth of impossible worlds. Sliders report bizarre landscapes that defy logic, strange creatures that exist nowhere else, and a distortion of reality that makes you question everything you knew. This slide is not a viral sensation for thrill seekers. No, SCP-1562 is an anomaly that can make even the steadiest nerves shiver. Some people claim to have encountered this slide in real life, which is quite disturbing. According to the story, some sliders don't return as they were. Their bodies and minds are altered in ways that medical science can't explain. But what is the purpose of this slide? Is it a gateway or a trap? Some mysteries are too dangerous to unravel, especially those waiting in an ordinary playground. Because once you slide, there's no going back. Number 12. Deep in the heart of the forest lurks a creature so terrifying that it is featured in humanity's nightmares for centuries. SCP-323, better known as the Wendigo, is not a mere figment from old folktales. This creature, often depicted as a gaunt humanoid figure with antlers, is something you would never want to encounter, even in your worst nightmares. In this next video, someone claims to have captured the Wendigo on camera deep in the forest. This SCP entity possesses terrifying powers and a predatory nature that can make even the most experienced hunters tremble. With the speed of the wind, it moves through the forests, almost impossible to track, let alone capture. Its strength and agility are unmatched, easily overpowering its victims. But it's not just its physical strength that instills fear. SCP-323 primarily hunts at night and shows a disturbing increase in aggression during the winter months. It carefully selects its prey, often targeting lone hikers or campers, isolated and vulnerable. Then, with a cunning that betrays its wild nature, it stalks its unsuspecting victims, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Could it be that this person actually captured a real Wendigo on camera, or are we dealing with a misidentified animal? If it is indeed a Wendigo from the SCP Foundation, its most disturbing feature is its ability to mimic human voices. It uses this skill to lure unsuspecting hikers deeper into the forest, with cries for help or calling out in a familiar voice. Once close enough, escape becomes impossible. Number 11. This is a creature that surpasses your worst nightmares. SCP-682, better known as the Hard-to-Destroy Reptile, at first glance may seem like an average crocodile, but it's far from ordinary, as its jaws are powerful enough to bite through anything. According to the next story, this SCP entity was found on an anonymous beach, and multiple photos were taken of it. The creature is a colossal reptile with an incredible ability to regenerate, making it impossible to kill. You might think it's just a large lizard, but don't be fooled. This creature can change shape, grow, and adapt in ways that defy scientific explanation. It exhibits extreme hostility towards all life forms and has an almost supernatural resistance to attempts at destruction. According to legend, SCP-682 can survive anything from high-voltage shocks to nuclear bombs, and it doesn't just adapt, it evolves. Additionally, it can manipulate its biological composition, absorb powers from other entities, and exhibit reality-altering abilities. This creature also harbors a deep-seated hatred for all life, and a strong desire to exterminate every living being on Earth. Number 10. The sculpture, commonly known as SCP-173, is one of the most infamous entities of the SCP Foundation. It's a humanoid statue made of concrete, with traces of spray paint. It's exceptionally dangerous due to its unique property. When direct eye contact with SCP-173 is broken, it becomes animate. It can move quickly enough to immediately break the neck of its victim. Therefore, personnel entering the containment chamber, where this creature usually resides, are advised to never blink in its presence. According to the next video, a Russian YouTuber managed to capture this SCP on camera in a forest after it had escaped. The danger it possesses would make this SCP an entity many would prefer to avoid. However, it's unclear what this creature was doing in 2015 in the Russian forest. If you divert your gaze from the creature for even a second, you're in for a fright that could cost you years of your life. SCP-173 is about 6.5 feet or 2 meters tall, but don't be deceived by its silent appearance. It can move with astonishing speed, but only does so when no one's looking. As soon as you lose sight of it, even for a moment, it uses its incredible speed and strength to paralyze or even kill you. It's crucial to remember that SCP-173 can only move when not being observed. This has led to strict containment protocols to prevent SCP-173 from causing harm. It is continuously monitored by personnel, with at least one person always maintaining direct eye contact. To ensure safety, there's normally multiple individuals present in the containment chamber, to ensure that the creature is never left unattended. Number 9. SCP-3199, better known as the Refuted, is a creature you definitely never want to encounter. The hostile entity combines features of both chickens and primates, alarming enough in itself. But perhaps most disturbing is its ability to reproduce at an incredibly fast rate and attack anyone in its path. All living specimens of SCP-3199 must be kept at Site-114, in a modified Keter humanoid containment chamber. The following photo comes from a security camera and is said to be the only evidence of this SCP entity observed in real life. The chamber where the creature resides has walls about 6.5 feet or 2 meters thick, made of acid-resistant steel. There must also be 6.5 feet or 2 meters of free space between the primary and secondary containment. The secondary containment involves enclosing all living specimens of SCP-3199 in a block of translucent solid made of clear acrylic resin. The creepy thing about this creature is that it's a humanoid form, but is covered with a thick layer of feathers, creating a disturbing image. But it's not just the physical characteristics that are concerning. This creature can reproduce incredibly quickly and incorporate genetic traits from various species, resulting in highly adaptable and formidable offsprings. Containing the creature is also a challenge due to its ability to escape and reproduce rapidly. Number 8. Imagine a deserted landscape so empty it seems as if the world has just ended. Out of nowhere, a light appears, so bright it could blind you, and from it emerges a figure so strange it might make you faint. But what exactly is this? SCP-0012, the so-called Gate Guardian, is an enigmatic and powerful entity. It's a colossal winged humanoid armed with a flaming sword, guarding a metaphysical gate. This being is not just a guardian, but also a protector, with its primary task being to prevent another entity, identified as SCP-0011, from entering our reality. The Gate Guardian possesses supernatural powers, including the ability to manifest destructive flames and move between both physical and metaphysical realms. The entity is seemingly invulnerable to conventional weapons and radiates an overwhelming aura of authority and power. Interactions of the SCP Foundation with SCP-0012 are limited. This being primarily stays within its own domain and poses no direct threat. The Gate Guardian is considered the last line of defense, a crucial protector meant to prevent catastrophic events. The presence of the Gate Guardian in the real world evokes a sense of awe and ominous tension. Additionally, its powers are quite mysterious. Number 7. It appears that the Plague Doctor has been captured on camera multiple times in real life, including in this video where he's seen in a forested area. In the dim depths of the forest, your best bet is to run as if your life depends on it. This entity, shrouded in a black coat and ceramic mask, embodies the nightmares of the Middle Ages. His appearance is not the only terrifying aspect. His ability to end life with a single touch makes him an inescapable threat. Imagine a peaceful day walking through the forest, and then out of nowhere, this figure appears. SCP-049 is no ordinary stalker. He claims to be a healer, determined to combat a mysterious plague he believes resides in each of us. But don't be fooled by his calm and calculated demeanor. His treatment is nothing less than death itself. The person in this video made the right decision to run away, as it seems the entity was pursuing him. Fortunately, the man managed to escape, as the Plague Doctor usually carries a leather medical bag full of surgical instruments, in which he wants to experiment on you. Number 6. In the darkness of an abandoned building where the silence is almost audible, a creepy creature was found that you'd better not encounter. Imagine this scenario. You have only a flashlight, barely illuminating the space. Each step on the creaking floor heightens the tension, and your heart pounds in your throat. And suddenly, SCP-087-B, better known as the Red Mist Monster, emerges from the shadows. The creature has a long figure with glowing red eyes, and usually lurks in the endless, dark basements of houses. But it's not just its terrifying eyes that scare you, it's the red mist it emits, a harbinger of doom. Once you see that mist, you know it's too late, and running is your only option. However, SCP-087-B is not just a creature lurking in dark corners, it's a predator ready to attack. It often exhibits aggressive behavior, hunting its prey and trying to capture or injure them. But perhaps most disturbing is its ability to teleport and manipulate the environment, making escape nearly impossible. Unfortunately, we don't know what happened to the person in this video, but let's hope he survived the encounter with the creature. The origins and motives of SCP-087-B remain a mystery, an unsolved puzzle that adds to the overall chilling nature of the entity. Number 5. Imagine a world where mosquitoes are no longer small irritations, but giant predators. This is the reality brought by SCP-149. This species, recognized and managed by the SCP Foundation, isn't just an insect. It's a Keter-class entity, a designation given only to the most dangerous anomalies known to the SCP Foundation. SCP-149 is thus no ordinary mosquito. This creature, about 5 feet or 1.5 meters long, hunts with a sharp proboscis capable of piercing almost any material, including concrete and steel. But it's not just the size that instills fear, it's what it carries. SCP-149 is the carrier of SCP-149-A, a pathogen essential for its reproduction, and its bite can transmit various bloodborne diseases. What makes this mosquito even more terrifying is its ability for accelerated maturation and viral reproduction. It can reproduce asexually and lay eggs that hatch into new instances. This means that a single mosquito can become a swarm thirsty for blood. The specific details of SCP-149 may have been erased from the available data, but the threat it poses is crystal clear. It's not just a predator, it's a potential plague, one that could decimate humanity if not controlled. You definitely don't want to encounter this mosquito during summer evenings, as they turn into life-size nightmares. It's a reality where you have to fear not only what you can see, but also what buzzes in the shadows, waiting to strike. Number 4. Imagine being alone, surrounded by the icy cold of an impenetrable forest. The silence is deafening, except for one sound: the crunching of snow from footsteps that are not yours. This area is where SCP-323, better known as the Wendigo, hunts. It's not the first time this particular entity has been captured on camera in real life. This predatory creature, so contrary to the laws of nature, has become something entirely different. SCP-323 is a terrifying figure with glowing red eyes that loves to roam the forest in the dark. Its long, sharp claws are not just weapons, they're instruments of fear, ready to grab you and tear you apart. But perhaps the most disturbing aspect of this entity is its origin. Associated with the Native American mythology and folklore, the Wendigo is a creature born from the worst of human nature. It's a warning, told to deter spirits of greed, hunger, and despair. And yet, some people believe that this creature exists in reality and has even been captured on camera multiple times. In this case, the entity flashed by so quickly that you can barely see it unless you pause the video. Creepy, huh? Number 3. In the shadows of Norfolk in the United Kingdom, a figure emerges that seems to have stepped right out of a dark past. SCP-049, or the Plague Doctor, was captured on camera wandering through the parks and residential areas. With his distinctive beak mask and black robe, he instilled fear in the local community. It's also a silent reminder of a time when death roamed the streets. But who is this particular Plague Doctor? In the past, Plague Doctors were known as the only line of defense against the Black Death, a disease that ravaged Europe between the 14th and 17th centuries. Their iconic attire, especially the bird-like mask, was not just meant to instill fear. The beak was filled with herbs and spices, intended to filter the bad air thought to cause the plague. Their wide hats and long robes offered some protection against the disease. As this modern-day Plague Doctor wanders the streets, it seems as if he wants to scare people, and as if he's fueled by their fear. But there's more to it. Did you know, for example, that SCP-049 has a deadly touch capable of sucking the life out of anything he touches? When this happens, the victim undergoes a horrific transformation, and this should be enough reason why you should want to stay far away from him. What would you do if you saw a walking Plague Doctor through the streets? Would you dare to get closer? Or would it be better to keep your distance or even run away? Let me know in the comments what you would do. Number 2. SCP-173, known as the Sculpture, is a relentless hunter hidden in plain sight, and has been captured on camera multiple times. In this video, the SCP entity is locked in a room, hidden from the rest of the world. If you encounter it, you must not look away, as it can move with unimaginable speed in the blink of an eye. It can't move as long as someone's watching it. However, if you let your vision slip, the entity strikes. It's known for its violent tendencies, attacking and eliminating its victims as soon as eye contact is broken. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect is the sound it makes. This sound is a warning, a sign that you must keep watching no matter what happens. Whether you encounter it in a deserted forest or next to an old building, the rules don't change. SCP-173 forces us to question the reality of our universe and reminds us that some things are better left unseen. Number 1. SCP-096, better known as the Shy Guy, is a terrifying creature that absolutely cannot tolerate being looked at. In this video, he may be sitting quietly on a hospital bed in the middle of a creepy room, but don't be fooled by his passive behavior. SCP-096 is an enigma, a creature about 7 foot 10 inches or 2.40 meters tall. His face, almost unrecognizable as something human, is something you would never want to see. Because if you do, and make the mistake of looking into those large glowing eyes, there's no turning back. From the moment someone sees his face, SCP-096 transforms from a withdrawn creature into an unstoppable force of destruction. It will pursue you no matter how far you go, no matter where you hide. No barrier can stop it. It will break through walls and swim across oceans tirelessly until it reaches you. And when it does, the end is inevitable. If we're to believe this next video, they would have locked the creature in an abandoned hospital room, leaving it to its fate. Perhaps this is also the best solution, as you don't want this creature near people. In the world of the SCP Foundation, this entity is also seen as one of the most feared. Which SCP creature do you find the scariest? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.